What is up everyone, my name is Nord and this is my most recent run of Rise of the Tomb Raider 80% glitched category on PC. This is my current PB and world record of 147. In this commentary video I will be explaining as much as possible. There are quite a few tricks going on that I will explain as well as I can, really. I might be quiet now and then when there's not a lot going on that needs to be explained. So if you watch my runs live on Twitch, you probably heard that I've said several times said that the run does not start until like 12 minutes in or 11 and a half now. And that's because we don't really have a lot of, or any skips going on really, this early on in the run. Now, what we do have is we have an out of bounds right here in the platform above us. The problem is that even though we have a really nice out of bounds that saves about 45 seconds if you do it quickly right here, you cannot use it because once completed, when you hit the necessary cutscene to progress, the game will crash every single time. We don't really know why it will crash or why it crashes, but it probably's got something to do with leaving Jonah right here. He's like too far away, and he's probably not loaded properly when you hit the checkpoint when you go out of bounds. So all I can do here in this whole introduction of the game is optimize my movement, so I'm mantling the slower platforms as soon as possible. Is spamming spacebar. I can optimize my movement when climbing ice walls, climbing in general, really. So when you do it out of bounds, you skip all of this that we're doing right now. You still hit the checkpoint right here, and that's because you want to like load in the next part of the map. Once again, optimizing movement. Lara likes to bunny hop sometimes, so it's fine. Sometimes this dialogue right here with Trinity and some other lines while climbing won't show up, but from what I've noticed is that it does not save any time at all. Wait, you've been spending 4 hours screaming at your screen? Why? So once again, I'm optimizing my movement here, just going as quickly as possible. And throughout the run, I'm not talking a whole lot throughout the run, like from when I did this run. But that's because I had been trying for about 6 hours to get a good run in a sub 2 hour game. And just before this, I had a world record pace of 5 minutes that died towards the end because of a very specific clip. So since we're waiting for the good stuff to start, this game runs on the same engine as the previous game, Tomb Raider 2013. Now this is a series of games. It's supposed to be a trilogy, so we have one more game that's gonna come out soon, I guess, in like 2 years or so. It's probably gonna use the same engine. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It is a decent engine. Like, it's got its performance issues and shit, but they patch it always. But what's good about them sticking to this engine is that we have the exact same glitches and methods that we can use for speedruns. So in this swing section, this is where like the out of bounds ends. So you still have to do the swinging part. Now during this part, you can do this the first swing section to grab this ice wall that breaks. You can do that in 2. Now you normally do it on the third one, but I noticed that you can do it on 2 if you just delay it a little bit. So you're probably been thinking that my previous run and world record was 151.21, before I did this one, and I saved about 4 minutes or so, and that's because we keep finding new and new skips all the time. Ever since the game came out on PC, it's been like destroyed every single day. And the new skip saves, if you do it quickly, I sadly failed it once, but it's a hard one, so can't complain. But if you do it quickly, it should save like about 4 minutes, that skip alone. So right here, while sliding here, I like to spam my use key, because you see Lara do, she does the roll animation, but you can't use the axe until a certain point. This is something you can do while waiting for this whole slow intro to end. The goal when you reach this ice wall and to trigger the cutscene is to have it have like 6 minutes on the timer. Right here, sorry, I have 5:49. That's like one of the best starts I've ever had to any runs I've done. Now you probably noticed that we don't remove load times nor cutscenes, and that is something we're currently discussing along with high frame rate skips. I noticed, like, this is my 5th run, I believe, and I noticed that at least the cutscenes are pretty atrocious, because they can, normally they work with you, so you can skip them at the same point, but I've had several times in different cutscenes where it just drags on. Like, I've lost like 4 seconds on this one because reasons? I don't know why, it's not consistent, so in future runs we'll most likely remove load times and the cutscenes, because it makes sense, at least on PC.
It was said the Prophet's tomb was hidden in the cliffs above one of the forgotten cities.
Now, I mentioned high frame rate clips or skips in general. This game and the previous one as well, it's got some, like, this whole engine's got some weird stuff when it comes to high frame rate. Like, a really good example of this is the new skip that we're doing. Now, in the new skip, we're gonna do out of bounds when we go in and out of the place. You don't have to do that. You can swim. The problem is, if you don't have 200 plus FPS while doing the swimming sections, Lara will always drown. So we decided that, you know, any runs from this point that use this skip needs to do the out of bounds, because it's not fair otherwise.
Incredible.
Oh, right here, if you look at this secret wall too early, she will actually look at the mural on the left. I had that happen like 1 or 2 runs before, or attempts before this one, and you know, this is something weird that shouldn't happen, and it happens. You're like, oh great, I just wasted a few seconds, should I reset? I don't like the intro takes forever. Like, no, just keep going.
It's amazing.
So in this section, one of many sections, this section as well, the camera likes to like swing back by itself. At least this section and the one after the bear. I don't know why, but like it lets you control the camera after she does her thing, right? And when you move the camera, the game just decides that, oh wait, no, I need to just turn it back a little bit for no reason. So right here I take at least one extra second to land on that platform. I've had attempts where I go like half a second too early and she won't make it to the platform, she just falls down, dies, and you have to reload the checkpoint.
Pretty much, yeah.
By the way, if you haven't noticed, I actually have my ESA 2015 shirt on, how convenient.
Relentlessly until finally confronting them in their hidden oasis.
So in this section, all you can do is just hold forward, it's like scripted, and she's gotta just, you can't really do anything. Like, the annoying thing is that we have a lot of skips. Like at the start of this this section that we're doing, Syria, where she falls down, we have it out of bounds. But the thing is, even though it's easy to do,
it's a waste of time.
it will always waste time because the out of bounds it's too long. You have to go like too far out of bounds
Like the run
and go
starts,
around
like,
stuff, and
11 and a half
it's
minutes
just
in,
faster. Even though it's heavily
and then there's
scripted and
another
stuff,
slight
it's just
pause when
faster
you're
to
climbing
go to normal.
mountains. And then you can start doing shit. It escalates pretty quickly.
So we're finally in the Prophet's Tomb. We're gonna start the run pretty soon. We just have to go through the motions right here. There's a trap. Shoot it immediately, quickly.
That was too close.
And this next part, I wish we could skip this, but we currently have no way to do it.
Surely
And
there are
it's
no
quick anyway, so
traps
it's not a
in
huge
place,
problem.
right? Oh wait.
Just introducing you to all these puzzle elements.
Let's hope this works.
Very focused throughout the run, like I said. So right here you just have to aim slightly higher. Like that's like
Imagine
barely
moving,
have to
like,
move the crosshair. And here you just spam the inputs
easily, like,
quickly,
move
start
11
swimming
minutes.
ASAP.
At the start.
Now after the swimming section
So all you
is
do is
where
move quickly.
we start doing some stuff.
Loaded.
Now when you enter this next area you have this like in-game cutscene, a really short one. Sometimes Lara will like start bugging out when moving, and if she starts doing that you have to like move to the end of the or the ramp where you can't do anything. Like it's a weird bug.
Made it dead.
So what's gonna happen here is we're gonna ignore this water puzzle. I'm gonna go to this wall here, and this is a common like a common thing to do in this engine.
Nope.
Like Lara's not behaving right here, but what I'm doing is I'm aiming, like I have my back toward the wall, I'm aiming
What's
away
this?
from the wall, back scrambling, and that puts Lara's player
That was
model
waste time
upstairs. Now, the player model and the camera are two different things. So, when you do a clip, you always need to have the camera follow you, like through the thing that you're doing, right? Like if Lara's model is, let's say Lara's model is up on the platform, and the camera is downstairs, and I stop aiming, then I will be downstairs because the camera is downstairs. Right here is a minor shortcut, by the way. Lining this up, jumping at the right time, you can just grab that pillar instead of going around with the trap. Speaking of traps, so in this next part we have another skip. This one is pretty damn annoying to do actually. It was failing pretty hard in this run. I don't know why, it was really strange. But the idea here is that you you climb this. This is axe climbing, where you so what happened there, by the way, on the second attempt,
Stored
what
my
happened
input.
right there when I fell down, it stored my input. For some reason the game likes to
Thank you.
it likes to skip inputs, sometimes skip inputs, and sometimes store inputs, which means that like, okay, like you press spacebar 4 times, but you only did it like 3 times. It will still do like read the 4th input on the spacebar, so when you reach the platform or whatever, she will just jump off because why not? So the idea here is that
See
you
how
do an axe
inconsistent
climb,
the
which is
cutscenes
where
are?
you use spacebar and the action
That
key
cutscene cost me like
alternate between them,
least
and that
2
allows you to
extra
climb
seconds.
certain surfaces, and you'll see that used more in the run later on. So here I killed
lost
both
like-
guys. Now this is you can ignore the guy on the right.
Probably,
The
like,
reason I
lost
killed him is
5
because
seconds
while
cutscene.
you're hanging or like doing hanging from ledges or like climbing ice walls and stuff,
I hope we can.
if they hit
finish
you,
the load removal
you
soon.
will fall down and die,
gonna
and that is a
remove
really
load
really bad
times
thing.
and
So I'd rather take like an extra 1 or 2
cutscenes.
seconds to kill both of them to make sure that I don't fall off and like, yeah. So right here, I don't know, this failed, I think it was too early, but if you scramble and jump, you actually gain more distance and height. Now the game teaches you that you cannot gain more distance or height if you like sprint, for example, or like there's no way to do it. that's like bullshit, because you can scramble and jump, and you can gain more distance and height. So this is one of the unskippable cutscenes. I believe it is because like they're masking off the loading. So it's instead of like a normal boring loading screen, really.
Wow, at least it let me skip that one early.
So you can see, even though I have a good start, you can see I lost like a few seconds, and that's, you know, it's just normal in this game.
Got to find shelter.
So after that flashback, we're back in the mountains. Now this part will be somewhat slow. She's moving. It's so they have this mechanic called deep snow where it will hinder your movement. You can't do much, right? So all we can do is just hold forward. I'm sticking or I'm staying far away from the right side because she can get stuck. Like I've had runs where I'm like not really close to the right side, but she still gets stuck because of collision, or it's just weird. So in this part, when Lara stands up, she will
Got to start a fire.
start like running. You can see it really slight, yeah, like that part right there, and then she stops because it's deep snow, right? Now I've tried to use that, but there's currently no way to abuse like that tiny section of where she wants to run.
Not enough to...
So all I'm doing here is I'm moving toward the objective, spamming my action key, so she like looks like she teleports to the objective.
Dry enough to burn. I hope. Fresh kill. Back to camp.
So this run is about to get real pretty soon. Right here we're just going back to the camp. After this we're gonna skip to cutscenes, and we're gonna get the first upgrade. Now the first upgrade is called Lightfoot, and it's an upgrade that allows you to roll after you land, and that is the quickest way to move in the game.
Yes.
Fastest one.
Oh, crap.
I wish
Now,
wasn't so...
the menus in this game, these menus are atrocious, so hopefully they change them in the next game. So you can see I'm jumping, and then I'm rolling, and that's all I'm doing. This is the fastest way. It depends on like what surface is ahead of you, but like in general it's really good. Also here I didn't get the Mongolian ruins, that line, because like that line makes her slow down and you have to just scramble and roll instead.
Can't wait for your good internet, right?
So in this section here I found something pretty interesting. I have this highlighted, I believe it's on my YouTube channel, where I had an attempt a while back where during this part where you have to dodge the bear and then wait for the circle to turn red. I had an attempt where I dodged the bear, the circle turned red, I hit the bear, and it still killed me. Like you can, if you watch the video, even in slow motion, you can see that the ring is clearly red, but the bear still killed me. So what I do now is like I wait at least like half a second to make sure that, you know, it is 100% safe to now attack the bear. So right here is just one cutscene. You know, we're not done with the tutorial or anything. So right here they're like, oh, you can heal yourself, so let's show you how to heal yourself. Right here I'm just having fun, you know, I can't do much to speed this up. Now after this part where we heal up, we can start having fun. A lot of fun. So small time savers here. When you pick this up, I'm holding my heal key, so it heals ASAP. I also turn my camera to where it needs to turn, otherwise it will turn for you. So saves a few seconds.
Like the path goes all the way through. Got to get past that bear.
Yes.
So this is the third bear skip that we found now. That saves a lot of time. I'm just gonna get up on this rock here. It's a bit finicky. I'm gonna aim away, scramble backwards, and that allows me to slide up that rock. And I just skipped killing the bear and poison arrows. Now I'm using the campfire here because I need to reload my checkpoint. If I don't, then the game will soft lock. So after reloading the checkpoint, we're going back into the cave that you normally exit. And I'm gonna trigger a checkpoint here that updates my objective. It also enables the cutscene here where we meet Sarah. So now that we skipped the bear, poison arrows, we are now gonna do an out of bounds to get the pistol. Now there are two methods to this. I like the sliding method, even though it can be pretty annoying. Like here, for example.
That was perfect until you fucked it up.
But we can't skip the pistol. Like, if we skip the pistol, the game soft locks. If we skip the combat knife, the game soft locks. If we skip the shotgun, the game soft locks. The only gun that you can skip is the rifle. But we don't skip it because the rifle is, obviously it's too good, so we're not skipping any weapons, except, well, if you count the poison arrows and fire arrows. So what I'm doing here is, so I slide up the rock and now I'm out of bounds, and I have a very specific route here. Coming up at this wall, you want to crouch or get underneath this, clip through and stick to this wall. If you go too far to the right, you will load the map, which it's not a huge problem, but it is gonna slow you down. You can still clip through, but like it's way easier to do it this way. Just go through the hole, easy. Open this door so I can access the cutscene, which gives me the pistol.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. We don't kill the bear.
And right here, I'm gonna skip the reload the checkpoint, because if you don't, you have to like do at least one clip, and I found it to be just as fast to just make sure you reload a bit to have a few bullets, like headshot the dudes. Like it's really quick,
What
so
is
you
this
might as well do
dialogue?
that.
Hello? Oh, okay then. What is that dialogue?
And inside this room, you're supposed to hit that fuel depot, whatever is covered up in the back, with this lantern. But we found that if you go to the side of this gate and you do another clip with back scramble, you're outside, so you don't trigger any enemies or anything. You just clip and go on your merry way. Now coming up is an area that is sort of a hub area, like it connects to like a lot of things in the game, and like in different parts of the story. In the original route, we did go all the way up and then climb the mountainside. We found a few different skips. We found a store skip. After the store skip, we found another that skipped pretty much everything. And the third one, which we use now, is pretty good. It will skip
most of the skips that we found,
pretty much all of this. So what we're doing here is we're going to the other side, to the mountain we need to climb. There's collision here that you, using that method, you can just clip through, because why not? I'm once again using back scramble, aiming a back scramble to clip through more collision. This time I believe the models themselves, and Lara is being really annoying here. So we're very out of bounds now, and we're just gonna climb the mountain. Right here, I'm going to attack with her axe. The reason I'm doing this is because there are certain surfaces, once again axe climbing, there are certain surfaces that will push you off. We're gonna abuse that later on in the run, but they like to push you off so you can't climb them. Now, if you do an animation such as swinging your fire axe, it will interrupt the animation that wants to push you off the map or off that section. But here Lara decided to not climb the right side, which means that it is basically the left side is not climbable with the axe climbing method.
Cool game.
And since she decided to go for the left side instead of the right side, there's like nothing you can do. She will just fall down and die, and that's, to be honest, that's the first time that's ever happened. I've never seen that before. Oh, there we go. Once again, Lara being annoying.
How to save time a la Lara.
So to do this out of bounds, we do one clip through collision, we do a second clip through collision, we interrupt the thing that's supposed to push you off the map, we do this axe climb, and we do yet another axe climb. The one that failed last time, or this one if you count that one. You need to start this axe climb on the right and then go left, right? Like inside this mountainside, because otherwise you won't make it up. Now that we're up, all we're gonna do now is get to the place. Like, I don't reset here, by the way, because I can still save time, right? And I've been playing for like over 6 hours, so I'm like, I need to like have some sort of run. So I'm entering this place, and I'm gonna just, there's nothing here, but I'm just gonna trigger the cutscene that puts you in prison. It loads.
You climb too hard.
So now we have a few cutscenes to skip here, and we're gonna be inside the prison. And if you have watched any other runs that I've done, or maybe some of the runs on console, I don't know if they, no, they don't do it on console. If you watch my runs, you know that there's a skip in the next room. In the next room we get the bow and the rope arrows. And what I used to do was, I used to do a ridiculous clip that no one should do ever in a run, except it's segmented, it's fine. It was a clip where once you get the bow and the rope arrows, you get up on the table. You cannot scramble here, by the way. You get up on the table, you look away, so you have the wall, your back, and you do like it's like a clip, a different clipping method to clip like inside the wall or the window behind you. And then you walk right, and that for some reason makes Lara's player model and shoot through the ceiling. Now after you do that, you need to turn the camera, because you know they're two different things. The camera needs to go upstairs or it won't work. And this sounds very, well, it might sound very simple and easy to do, but it is not. Like, that is the single clip that can ruin a run.
Good scripting.
The divine source. Is it here?
So instead of doing that clip, I'm now doing this. There's another reason to why we don't do this, or do that clip that I just explained. When you do that clip, you have no you have a walkie-talkie, it's invisible, but more importantly, you have no pistol, because you never exit your cell, and you never pick it up.
It's very inconsistent.
Problem with that is that with the new skip that we found that saves like 4 minutes later on in the run, we don't get the pistol. Like, you skip a cutscene with Anna where you get the pistol, and if we do the clip in prison in the cell and skip that cutscene, we're never getting the pistol, which means that you're gonna softlock at the end of the game.
It's not really worth it.
So now that we're out, we're gonna do a clip that they do on console as well. It was found on consoles, where you go to this door here, double door. I do a back scramble to clip through. I clip through 2 sets of doors and 2 sets of walls, I believe. Then we go upstairs, and we're gonna go upstairs so we can clip through. It's a bit finicky though, but whatever. It's Tomb Raider, so I'm not surprised really. Still out of bounds here, obviously. And we're gonna drop down into the second building here. This is where you get the rifle, and you can do, like I said earlier, you can do a bigger out of bounds where you skip the rifle, Now I did test this once at like a rifleless run. Yes, there we go. Okay. Also, this guy gave me like a really bad animation because I couldn't hit the guy behind him.
Slow
This
motion.
Tomb Raider things. But
Need to
doing
improve Tomb
a
Raider. What do we
run
do?
without the
Let's add
rifle
slow
is
motion.
such a pain. Like, you realize how useful it is? It is so useful. Speaking of useful things, this is a section where the game tells you how to craft stuff.
Oh look, they
You
didn't
might have
react
noticed
to that.
something.
Cool.
I crafted a grenade just like the game said.
Why would he
Told me
react
to craft a
that
grenade. I
Like,
crafted the
mix them.
grenade. I threw it between these two dudes. It exploded. Nothing happened. Nothing. Like, it's like they ignored the grenade. So I have to do this again. I have to craft a grenade,
See that
throw it.
grenade right in front of your fucking
Oh look!
face?
It worked
Thank you
this
very
time. Fantastic.
much. Cool, thanks.
And right here, I'm probably going to buy... Oh, okay. That's one of the few times. Normally
I
you're
should
black and
reset
white
here,
here,
but
which
can't do
indicates
it.
you're
I can
like a
save
really
like
low
5
health.
minutes later on, and I hate it.
Now,
like, 12
Another
minutes
thing
later.
about this skip is that the new skip that saves a lot of time is that we cannot use this campfire, because if we use this campfire, which we normally use to get thick skinned,
lost.
which makes you take less
Like, I can't
damage
save
from
time anymore here.
bullets, it disables fast travel, so we can't upgrade here. But we found a clip,
We'll save it later on. Though,
and this is
that's fine.
important. This clip right here will save so much time, because
New clip right
we
here, by
can
the way.
still go through this area, it's just that we don't spawn any
enemies
enemies,
here.
and this is really important, because we cannot... Oh, speaking of clips, here's another one. All once it works. There we go, perfect. Third try, good enough. Now, clips are very specific, by the way, I'm gonna get into that eventually, but the important part about the clip that don't spawn enemies is very important with the new skip that was found, because we can't use that campfire because it disables fast travel, and that also means that we don't get thick-skinned, which means that if you do that section and spawn enemies, we try to do a quick clip through the second set of doors that I did, you will most likely die. It's a really high percentage
I think I lost
for
all
you
the
to die.
time I could
So
possibly
finding
save
that
here.
clip to
That's
go through
cool.
the gate is just amazing, and I managed to find like a good setup
This
for
is
it.
on normal.
Well, after just testing it for like a minute, I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
Or
This is
Tomb
gonna be
Raider,
so
it's called.
good in a run, and it is so good. So in this part
Might
here,
do glitchless at some
the
points,
chopper
if it looks
can't do a whole
fun.
lot. Now, the funny thing here is that I
take a
spoke
look at
about frame rate, high frame rate, and swimming earlier. This section is perfectly fine. It's scripted. You can see, like, she's swimming for. It's insane how much, like, how far she can swim in this ice cold water. But in the section later on, that had to ban the swimming part, she can't stand underwater for like more than 11 seconds or something. You can try it yourself. If you have this
Like
game
swimming
and you
that
can reach
distance
like
without drowning.
180 to 200 plus or more in frame rate, good luck with that. If you do that, you'll notice something. Like when I tried to skip the swimming section, that new skip, Laura would drown after the third breath. In the video that was posted, she could stay under for like 5, and it was the weirdest stuff I've seen in a long time. But turns out that the guy who made the video had like 180 to 200 FPS, probably more than 200. So we're like, we like have to
Don't
make
you
sure
waste
to
all the
ban
time we
this.
save?
You can see this is a pretty bad split
Whatever,
because
it's
of
fine.
like there's just some minor things that happen. And, just keep going, it's fine. I know I can save a buttload of time later on, so it's fine.
Skip.
Now, if you speedrun, I think you learn pretty quick that don't reset early on, because even though it might look bad, it can be really good later on. So, that's true in this run.
Are you there?
Now we're gonna do some fun stuff here.
Yeah.
Damn it.
This is a skip that was found a while back on PC, and we didn't have any use for it because we found a different skip that will accomplish pretty much the same thing but faster. The reason we do this one now is because we're gonna get the broadhead arrows, and if you play this game you know that at this point you're not supposed to get those arrows. For the new skip we need those arrows until we find
please
another
do
way
this
to enter this
quickly,
place.
without dying. That would be cool.
What I'm doing here is I'm stalking. It
Something
might
new,
look
I
like I'm
guess.
wasting time, but like we're gonna need so many healing items, especially with the new skip. We don't have enough. Like we don't have enough skill points to get field medic, and that's like insane. Right here, I'm climbing the tree. I'm now out of bounds. That's easy as that. And right here, I need to clip through this piece of terrain, and this is a bit tricky, but I get a second try. Cool. Now I'm doing the safe strat here, because I don't want to slide off the mountain, and we're gonna do something called skywalking here. So the game's gonna push me off, or try to push me off. And right here, I'm like, holy
Oh,
shit,
you
that
did,
was
Lauren.
like, that is
So
really
bad,
bad, but I
you
managed to recover this. Saved, Caparos.
Holy shit.
So this is skywalking.
I was
Now,
not dead.
the
That
game
was
pushes
ridiculous.
you away, but you can do inputs. Oh, really, look at this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you do the right inputs at the right time, you can gain control
that
of
was a
it.
save, if
And
anything.
I used to
Crap.
use that to climb this mountain, get into this area, and get the broadhead arrows.
Okay, now if I can do the bridge quickly, then I will be so happy.
Now to get out of here, we have a new strat that was found that will allow you to go to the other side using the bridge. Now the bridge got really,
What?
it's just a lot of collision going on, so you can't like go straight to it. So we jump over this somehow. Now I'm gonna do a weird clip or teleportation thing with Laura here. So now she's by the bridge. Don't ask. Right here, I almost failed this. I'm like, holy shit, that's like way too scary. So let's go again. Once again, I have to use the
Again,
axe, the animation of attacking with the axis to interrupt the sliding. So I do it again properly this time.
It's fine.
Make
Could've
sure
been
to
way
have
worse,
time
trust me.
to jump, and I trigger
Way
cutscene.
worse.
Now, I'm still wasting time here, and that's because the split is
Had a
still
one right
from
around
the
where
previous
I-
strat that we used.
I was
So that's
like
why
over
I'm
a
wasting
minute
time
behind
here,
at
or
this
one
point.
reason anyway.
Find down
Whatever.
The main reason. What we used to do is we used to do the same out of bounds that I did, where I
That
clipped the
part where
train.
she's,
Instead
like,
of going
flying or
up
whatever, that's
the train
skywalking.
and to the right to do the skywalk, you go left. And
Like,
then
We have the science.
you end up, if you go left, you end
This
up
game runs
underneath
on
the
the same
bridge,
engine as
and then you
previous
do
ones,
axe
so we have the
climbing.
same kind of
You go
glitches.
out of bounds, and then you have to do like the thing that I did when I got the pistol, where you aim and have your back against something, and then you aim with like a bow or something,
No,
or
no
a
spoilers.
weapon, really. I normally use the bow,
He's talking about the next
and
game.
you aim away from that thing, and
the
you
DLC
slide up
ending.
like rocks and stuff. That's the one that we used to do, and that makes you go all the way to the other side. You go up to the bridge, and you trigger that cutscene that I triggered earlier. Right here, all I'm doing is optimize my movement. So I used the one that I've used before, or throughout the run, pretty much. Right here, it's scripted to like knock you into that rock, so I used to roll to save a bit of time. The collision is finicky. Also, the NPCs that run away from you that get smashed by that falling rock can like almost block you at times.
Spoilers.
A minor cutscene
Speedruns?
here.
Certainly not. Even like in Soma when we skip shitloads of things.
Now, in this next room, you could use arrows. I try and stealth kill at least the two first guys with rifles, because it takes them a while to realize what is happening. So I kill both of them right there. I
Hit
think I
kill?
get the one-hit kill eventually. No? Okay, I headshot him. Okay. So on
done it twice,
oh, I also
right?
loot them because I need
Wow, that's
the cloth, like the one that I looted right now
The guy now.
from the second guy. I need that because I need it to create explosives and heal myself.
I was supposed to be
But
done
like
with Tomb Raider
enemies,
for
you can
today,
kill
but
them
I
if you shoot them in the heart.
completely
The problem is that the rifle is not
complete a
very
run that's good,
precise.
so
This should come in handy.
There's a combat knife.
Hopefully this one-
We found a way to skip this combat knife, but like I said
Doors are
earlier,
real.
if you do,
well,
the
they're
game will
real,
soft
but
lock
can
because you need the
still have
knife
fun with
to well do the last boss fight in the game.
them. Okay, give me that stuff. Oh yeah, you gave me that stuff. Thank you very much.
Now,
Without.
since we did, if you do any of the skips, the one that I did with the
Laura,
broadhead arrows, if you
remember
do
at
the other
start
version,
of
which is the
game, you
Golden
used
Gate
ice axes to
version,
climb.
if you
There
skip
go.
the,
Good job.
oh, there we go. She actually wanted to climb that this time. That's pretty amazing.
She figured it out.
If you skip the Soviet installation part, you cannot make Molotovs because they teach you how to make Molotovs. So we cannot do
That
that.
jacket.
Now,
she made it.
That is important to know because that
Probably
means we
stole
have
it off
to
of
get
guy
some
she
type of
killed.
other explosives to use. So what I do is I get the incendiary skill, which allows you to create or craft
If it's not
explosives
sub
from like
150,
gas
it's not
cans and stuff. So in this first part, I have no arrows. Like I just stealth kill them normally with my melee attack, both of them. And the reason I'm not shooting them like with my rifle is because it alerts the other guys. And if I play my cards well, which I think I did in this run, I will kill them with like the explosion here. I shoot this barrel, boom, like oh I killed all of them. And then this guy's like what?
Oh.
And I managed to hit him in the heart, so he died on one hit. So right here I'm gonna do a skip.
Okay then.
This is the we have a different skip here, but this is like the hardest one, and the reason I'm doing it because I've been doing it ever since I started
Don't mind
running
me,
it. Like I
breaking the game.
practiced, I saw the skip, and I'm like, oh okay, and then I found the setup for it, all that, so that's why I
That's
still
a good
use
one.
this. What's oh that was so good, holy crap.
That's a good one.
What's happening is I'm clipping into the model on my left side, right?
That's fine.
So I'm clipping into that, and then that for some reason transports Laura's model and
No,
the
this
camera
is the
upwards to the
fifth
platform above.
one-shot kill today.
And the tricky part about
Like you
that
never
clip,
expected.
I would
That's the
say,
thing.
is the
Okay, I'm gonna aim here because I know I
believe
can
it's
kill them
the,
if I shoot them in the heart.
like when you get to the top, when you have
And
to
the
clip the
bullet goes
camera in
like
bounds again. That's
traffic
the
instead.
trickiest part.
You're like, okay.
Here I pushed it a bit too
Like a
far,
front
but
row.
yeah, shit happens.
Nice.
I've had an interesting bug here that I'm gonna highlight and
Because the
upload.
rifle has
It's
the
when I got to
accuracy
this part
of
in
my toaster,
the
pretty
world
much.
record run, I died. When I got to this part where you need to push this, it was like clipping halfway through the world. I couldn't push it all the way. I couldn't use it, so I had to reload a checkpoint. The funny thing is that it's never happened before, and it only happened after the new patch with that like fixed bugs and shit. Yeah, obviously that fixed that one. So
In case you're
something fun is gonna
wondering,
happen
yeah,
here.
I
We
should
skipped
toast
half
the
the
people, that's
puzzle
what I'm
with the
saying.
gate, right? So when we did the left side, and once we go through this, the gate model spawns
pretty good,
because
though. I should
you know,
have,
we skipped half the puzzle, and the game is
managed
like,
to,
well, the gate is
catch
still
up
there.
with it.
Luckily, it's got no collision, but it's still funny to see that the gate is like still
Not a whole lot, but
intact.
it's not gonna complain.
So this was a pretty good section. I did save a bunch of time here. Sadly, like I
can
said
I
earlier,
like-
the cutscene dragged out for like 4 seconds.
Wonder this place is
That cutscene took like 4 seconds longer than it should. So goddamn annoying.
Now, if I'm not completely wrong, I think I might have failed the fire arrows once. No, wait, that was the previous one. Never mind. I think I did well in the fire arrow skip. So now we're just making our way back to the valley and the city to help the guys fight
Yay,
Trinity.
Now we just don't have to fail this.
Now we're gonna
Yay.
use a skip here. This, I believe, the version that I use was found by Ada's. We have a lot of people who find skips, by the way.
That
Like
was
they're
a pretty
amazing
sick
people.
goal, though.
And sure, I found my share, but it's like nothing compared to some
Double
people.
sweep.
Oh, nice
That-
collision.
Weird collision that is, Finn.
So what's gonna happen here is we get down to the valley, and this is where you are supposed to help the people to prepare for battle, like go to the tower and stuff. Oh, by the way, this is where I level
I'm
up.
gonna
You know,
get
I didn't get like thick skinned, or I didn't get nothing, right? So I make sure I get it here because we have a section coming up that you can take a lot of damage on.
Hello.
So yeah, in this part you're supposed to prepare by climbing the tower, lighting the bonfire, and get fire arrows and like a lot of shit that wastes time. We don't need a fire arrow. Now the fire arrows and the poison arrows, they are good, but we're gonna go with the grenade arrows because they're amazing. So what we're doing here is we don't have to wait for this. They're just talking about preparing.
Yeah,
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my way up to where we do the skip. Now we have a different version of this that includes clipping,
So we need
a type of gate model or gate or whatever. It's like, I don't know, there's no better name for it. But all I know is that it's a pain in the ass. So here we do the same method as we did earlier. We just jump through the collision because why not? Now this is super tricky. Like, ooh, yeah, she died. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Apparently I was right. So this skip is really tricky. Now, what happened there was the worst outcome. So what can happen is you either go inbounds, which is that's fine. You know, it's gonna waste time, but whatever. Or you gotta bounce the intended way, or you fall off and die, and you relose the checkpoint, which happened. But I do get it second time, so it's okay. Like, it's not optimal, of course. It's not a good run overall, but like I'm still, you know, I'm okay with this run, to be honest.
Yes, camera.
So she finally went out of bounds. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so close to going inbounds right there. But I managed to save it, Kaparos. And now we're climbing the mountain out of bounds. When I get up here, I need to get to this part over here, which luckily is solid. It's there and solid. I don't know why, but whatever. It's probably part of a different place on the map. And right here, I'm using my own route for this. Normally we go straight ahead here, but I found that I can just go to the other side, go to the left side. I can save a bit of time. This is where you normally go after you help them and the gate is gone and the guard is gone, and you go here and then you swim and you trigger the next part. It's a bit finicky, like it looks weird, but she will always clip inbounds no matter what.
Hope for good RNG, I guess. If I can do this quickly, I'm not gonna waste time.
So coming up here is the section where we get the shotgun. There is a clip here that, like, you know, if you're a speedrunner and you practice skips and stuff, you know that, oh, you practice them. Oh wow, that works. That's really cool. I know the setup, it works really well. Then you try it out and you're like, god damn it. Anyway, there's a skip here that in the first building that I enter, I killed the first two guys with a shotgun, and the first building that I enter, there's a skip where you clip into a table. No, it sounds weird, but you clip into a table, and if you do it correctly, then speaking of this rifle, I swear, if you do it correctly, the camera will like dislocate itself from Lara's play model, and you will end up on roof. And if you do that, you skip all these enemies, including this boss fight with the flamethrower.
Okay, that was pretty good.
But I had good RNG here, so I can't complain. Like, it's safer to go for this, because every time I go for that clip, the flamethrower clip, it never tends to work out anymore. I did do it in like at least 1 or 2 attempts before, but now it's just won't work anymore.
Skip. Jesus Christ. By the way, unless you, I don't know if you saw that or any other Tomb Raider runner or.
So if you skip, if you do the flamethrower skip, you can just go over here. Like you save a lot of time by doing that, but it needs to like work on the first try. So now we're entering the Acropolis.
After it ruined my World Record run.
Or well, part of it. And you can see that the current split I'm on is called No Atlas, and it's blank. That is the new skip. just optimize the movement again. And after this part here, we need to climb this part, and we're gonna get into the Acropolis.
Yeah,
And
well,
before
if
we
you
do
get to
that, we're gonna
point,
pick up
you'll see it, I
a few
guess.
things, some arrows, and you probably noticed that I picked up some
Like any
some type
other
of ore
thing
earlier.
that's normally
And we're gonna need more of
complicated is
those.
actually easier.
The main reason we get them is so we can craft,
Like, oh, this is so
grenade
goddamn hard,
arrows.
and then you're like,
but right at the end
at it
on the
and
last
then you're like,
boss, you want to
never
use
mind,
smoke
it was
bombs because
easy.
that
Not too late.
incapacitates him or whatever, and you can just finish him off like really quickly. Like it's really good if you time it perfectly. So right here I'm getting the ore and the arrows
Oh God, no.
and another piece of ore. Now I think this might have failed in this run. I can't. Yeah, I think it did. This part can be pretty annoying. I think I did this the third time around. It was like really annoying, and I don't know why, but basically
whoa, someone's
now
hitting way
this
too many
part's
bullets
got
right here.
something called Phantom Dynamite, which you just saw
And
happen.
That didn't work
Now,
because
normally they have like invisible walls and like gates in the way that
Should've
open
worked.
later on and stuff,
And
but in
right
this
up front.
section you have part where
hello.
if you go too far
What the hell, man, dude?
you die from nothing.
Why is this
Like
not working?
you hear an explosion and Lara's dead. That's it. That's called Phantom Dynamite. It's like a way to force the player to, oh no, you really have to deal with all these guys, or you, oh no, I think it's the fourth time even.
It's not gonna work, right?
Yeah, it must be.
Oh, it did.
Oh, maybe that was a different team.
That shouldn't have
Pretty sure I
worked.
died here.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, okay, it's the fourth one.
You see
So,
how many bullets they're
the
hitting?
guys,
What is going on?
like in my previous attempts, like they
ridiculous,
just tend to hit so many bullets, which is not really normal. It's really super annoying. Like I have
way
thick
too
skinned.
much.
Like I'm taking less. I'm taking reduced damage from bullets. So it's hard to tell because I take so much damage.
Crap, dude. This started happening like
There,
two
I skipped the
patches
Phantom
ago.
Dynamite.
I don't know what's
Finally,
going on.
that was so bad, but
It's hitting
shit
more
happens.
and more now.
And I'm probably going
Happens
into black
normally
and
in
white
certain
here. It normally
places,
happens.
but
Yeah, there you go. That's
not
pretty
here.
normal. So falling down here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
shoot one arrow at
Probably
this
find
wall.
one then.
That will distract these two guards. So I don't have to deal with them.
Probably find one to skip, so we can go directly to grenade arrows.
And coming up in the next this section here, we
This one's
have
so
a new
shit,
skip
but if I can
where I
complete
only
it,
kill
I don't care.
two of these guys. I leave the shotgun guy alive. And then I start breaking down his wall. Like he's shooting me.
Before this guy
The
kills
thing
me for no
is
reason.
that the NPC next to me soaks most of the
It's gonna
damage,
hit me here.
and at the
No?
end
Wow,
of
that's
breaking apart that wall, he's not gonna shoot you. I don't know what it is, but like sometimes when you listen to his dialogue, it's like he can't see you like until you break the wall completely, and he's like, "Oh, there you are." It's really strange. So we get the grenade arrows here. You can skip these, by the way, but I would not do that.
I am?
It's like the one single best AoE damage item
Oh.
that we have. Because we
Okay,
skipped
that's
like Molotovs and all that.
Hopefully the rest of this place will be good, because that was
Now,
terrible.
we do have skips here for this part. Like many other places in the game, we have more skips, but they either waste too much time or waste more time than doing normally, or they soft lock the game. In this case, the Acropolis, it is actually slower. Now,
That
they,
is not a bow game. What the hell?
on PC, they tried to fix this part, because you can, like, okay, so
Two?
a lot of the skips are different depending on what
Not sure if we can do this,
platform or
'cause
what
they tend
system
to
you
hit
run
the
it on.
bullets, just saying.
And they tried to fix
Like,
that out of bounds
imagine
here.
if you
It's just that they
don't go
failed.
and upgrade
Like you
before
can still
skip
do
the
it,
fire
but
arrows.
it is still
This
slower.
whole part would be
So
super annoying to do.
I'm just gonna go and do what I normally do here, which is just go for it. Really, like I am gonna heal up
Need to
though,
heal
because
here.
it's a bit late. But okay, oh, that's really close.
Might need
Because
to
you
go
do take a
again.
lot of damage here. Like optimally, you only heal once, but I mean you can heal twice. It's fine. It's not a problem.
It looks like we've got the upper hand.
Good work. Those choppers should be in range soon.
I don't use Windows 8.
Unskippable cutscene here.
We did it.
We did it!
Lara, are you
Now for
there?
the rest.
Trinity is swarming the tower. We're trapped in the catacombs beneath.
Once again, I'm just skipping all these enemies. Luckily, there's no Phantom Dynamite here. And we're gonna end up. This is the last room in this section in the Acropolis. What I'm doing here is I'm blowing these guys up. They always die from that, and she didn't pick up the explosive arrows. So I had to pick them up here and reload my rifle. Now in this section, you don't have to headshot them. I just like doing it because it's just satisfying, really. But you can one-hit kill them while they're rappelling down.
Come and try. Come on.
Now obviously this speeds this part up like significantly, and the reason I picked up more grenade arrows is because of these two guys. They will die to one grenade arrow, and then I make sure to loot as many corpses as possible. I think in this run I got 4.
Oh,
I got
that loot is
really
so
good
Are you
loot. I
kidding
got
me?
like 4 pieces of
Finally
cloth.
something
That's
good.
amazing.
Jacob. They're gone.
So another cutscene.
Jesus.
After this, we are going
that?
to
That's like at least 2
go
more
back.
seconds on the cutscene. Yes.
to one of the areas that we previously visited. But this time we got the grapple axe. Sadly, the grapple axe is not as useful as it could be.
I'm gonna time.
It's
this,
got a
like,
lot of potential
manually
being
when
broken.
loading some cutscenes.
We
This is-
do have, I mean, we've found a way to grapple, like grappable surfaces
You don't really have to memorize
from
the
like
exact
the
spot.
other side, like a wall or something.
General
It's
vicinity.
really strange, but right now
think
we
you
don't
can
have any
kill
use for
those
it,
guys
so we'll see in the
without
future.
Headshotting
The only
them, possibly,
real skip that we had, like the only one that we
Maybe.
had,
like in one shot.
we don't even do anymore with the new
I mean,
skip
without
that we're
headshotting
about to
or
do
shooting them in
pretty
the
soon.
heart. I don't know. I haven't never tried it, but maybe.
This is where the route deviates even more
Skip,
from the
let's
previous
go.
one. I'm gonna wait at this campfire.
I know, but I have no choice.
And after this dialogue, we're gonna enter, or use this campfire,
No choice but to break
and
the
we're gonna
game.
fast travel back down to the
Like,
base
look at this
camp in
loading
the
screen here,
Valley
how long it
Farmstead.
takes.
Now, if I use the Gulag campfire or the
Oh, okay.
campfire after prison, where we skip
Practice.
prison, I would not be able to fast travel here. So if you can't fast travel here, you're pretty much screwed if you
I'll
use
give
this
you
route. Now,
Yeah, it's probably
another
easy to,
reason as to why I want to remove loads and cutscenes right here.
You see this loading? Holy fuck.
So, yeah, you'll probably recognize this place. And this is where we skip the fire arrows and all that. But we're gonna go left instead. Now, I'm so like I haven't found a lot of stuff in this game, but I'm glad I have found some stuff. And one of which is the
Sure, it can
way
backfire,
to get
but
up to this cave. We had a gate clip, and gate clips with that type of model, they are
I
very,
don't need 2 arrows. What the hell am I doing?
very
All these do this.
inconsistent right now.
I need 1.
That goes for every single one. What I'm doing is I'm going up here. I'm gonna cancel the game pushing me off. I'm climbing that with the axe climbing, and now I'm using the method that I previously used to slide up surfaces.
Do a backup
Now
strat
there's a
here.
backup strat here that I can use that I think I might use in the end. I think so. The game is being finicky here, but yeah. So I use the backup strat here. You just go to the right and then you climb this
Hello.
rock here
Look
instead.
that way.
But
Holy
here
shit,
she
oh, no,
didn't want to
really?
turn around. I don't know. It was really strange. So now we're up
What
by
is
the
turning?
cave. What we're doing here is we're entering the flooded archives the wrong way around,
Welcome
and
to the
this
worst skip
skips
in
a
the game.
huge part of the game, or huge. It skips like if you do
Oh,
it
it is,
perfectly, it's
probably
like
the worst
4
one
minutes.
right now, I think.
So this
Yeah,
is
I
where
like it
we
'cause it
banned
saves
the
time.
swimming section. Luckily, we have out of bounds instead. So I'm gonna clip through the wall here in this corner. like so. And now I can swim out of bounds over to that block over there that is it's got a grid on it.
Dude, nice. Lurker. I would like a...
Now we can't go any further because we don't have water to swim in. So I can go over here and then clip inbounds.
No, Laura. Thank you.
So now we're in bounds again, and this is the reason we have the climbing arrows.
Don't trigger the thing.
Now if I go too far to the
It's
right
fine if
here,
you
I
do,
trigger
it's-
the
it's,
dialogues. I don't want to do that. It's not a problem if you do that, but I just don't want to do it because it wastes a
Nice
bit of
job.
time.
It's loading.
Right here, there's a, I don't know why, but she
Weird, huh?
can't grab this
not
ledge.
grab
I
that
don't get it. It's weird. But this is the other thing that I found. Yay! Instead of going around, you can just clip this gate. So, go. See every time. Now, this gate here is a whole different story. This is a very specific clip. Holy crap. I think I got it on the, second try.
Yes, I get it on the
But
second
that
try.
is like, I think that might be one of the, if not the most specific clip in the game right now. Maybe tied with Corella. We'll see. It's, it can be really bad.
That should clear the way of it.
So what we're doing here is we're doing this Greek fire puzzle. We have to do this, or Jonah will not spawn and can't do anything. Like, it will soft lock the game. So, and I think it might.
No.
Yeah, I think you will hear it during this video.
I mean,
The
it's
guy
nice
that
we have
found
skips, but when I say bad, I
the
mean it's
strat
bad
for this
your
part
health.
said in chat during this run that you don't have to
Mental
trigger
health,
this
because I
cutscene
like to
here.
ruin runs.
So that's good news for the next run, I guess. All you have to do is make sure you shoot the first barrel, the barrel that's down there by the statue. That's the first one you need to hit.
Good recon.
Because like if you do it in the wrong sequence, the game soft locks, and that's why.
Ports.
So we do have to do this puzzle. Like there's an out of bounds in this place, but like I said, you need the cutscene from the statue falling and like all that, and the enemy spawning and you escaping. You need that one.
Excuse me, Barrel.
Jonah will not show up, and he won't help you. I think I fell down the water here, because this part... Oh, okay. Not this one. Sometimes you won't make that, I don't know why.
This way.
Oh, okay. Well, no one said that on the forums, so I had no idea.
So I just wait for the barrel here to swing toward the water. I don't have to waste much time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I don't have to go
Going
back.
away.
The barrel's already here. I'm so used to the other strat. But this is pretty finicky, so I'm aiming down my sights and zooming in. And there's a very specific shot that you need to
Hitting
hit
this
with a
barrel,
rifle. That's like, oh great, because the rifle is perfectly fine, right? No, just no.
So all you have to do is
Go.
just go to
Last
that
barrel,
side and shoot the barrel.
And now we just need to skip this place in normal
Save some more
fashion.
time then. You know what was so fun? You want to like
Now,
English?
I
Well, you wanna know something
I
funny
practiced
about this
the
run?
previous game a lot.
I'm still ahead of my
for
previous
future
run.
speedruns,
That was
but
5 minutes ahead.
I gave up eventually because in
Even with the shit
2013
that's been happening.
there is a there's an out of bounds right at the start of the game, and you
Good
need to like
runs, like,
perfect that
quality.
to really get like a competitive time. Like I really don't
Can you
care.
shut
Like
something
I'm not
else?
gonna have world record in this game for long because artistic will take it anyway. But you know, I don't really care like about world records. Like I'm glad I had it, you know, for a while. And I mean, my goal was to get sub 150, which I did get with this one, and the next goal was to get sub 145, or maybe even
So when
close
you
to
do that
140.
last
That would
clip
be
into
like a
this
perfect run
place,
would be sub 140.
You
That includes new strat that obviously is
unblock
not
that,
in this run,
get
even though this was
the
done like a
barrel on
day
the
ago.
right side to like start going down, and then you just go down to the statue and shoot the first barrel without triggering anything else.
Now, like I said previously, earlier in the run, we banned the swimming sections because you need high frame rate and not everyone can get like 200 plus, right?
Now for the fun part.
So,
Whoever
luckily,
found it should be
we
banned,
have
I'd
someone
say.
who found an out of bounds on the way back. Sadly, I failed it once. Now, I did fail it once in my previous run as well. That was 5 minutes ahead, so
Wait,
not
it's
that bad. But what's gonna happen here is, if you stick to the left side, I think this took a while by the way, but if you stick to the left side, you skip like this collision that's going on here, and that allows you to swim. Oh yeah, here, this is weird. Like, this is something I've never seen before. She's supposed to dive. She's not diving. I have no idea what's going on here. But if you stick to the left
Dive,
side,
alright, if you
you
dive.
can swim on the left side, which means that you're essentially out of
not
bounds.
diving.
Like, you
what's
go
going on here?
past like collision and everything. So
okay.
this was really bad, but you know.
No,
it happens.
that's out of bounds on the kill like 2 runs today.
Is it?
There you
no.
go.
So you can see I'm
Now
still
you're-
inbound because I
that's not
can't get
gonna
past the vines. So I need to go back again,
What is even going on? I can't even start this. What the hell, man?
saving all that time. There we go. So now I'm out of
Now
bounds.
go here.
So now I can go back into the water. And now she
There
dives.
you go.
Finally. And right here there's a hole. Like,
Get
there's
a
nothing
cookie.
there. So you can swim through that hole, use this rock to stay on the water, and we're gonna swim out of bounds again. Now the problem is we can't swim out of bounds all the way back. So we need to go to this point here, and we need to do a very specific clip. Whoopie-doo.
Don't ask Ballistic. He says everything. is
This
easy.
clip involves the sliding that we've
He's
done
like,
previously,
previous to
and we
Verna
need to
game.
slide.
So, yeah.
She's gonna fall off, I think, possibly. No, okay, cool. Like that. That clips me in bounds, and I'm still out of bounds. Like, I'm inbound, out of bounds. It's whatever. So
do the
I need to
backup
climb
strat
this
here
piece of
now.
rock here that's being super
This.
annoying right now.
Uh,
I end up
so
using
backup strat.
the backup strat here so I can climb
There
this.
we go.
And now I'm just clipping through that rock because why not?
Easy every
Do
time,
this
right?
jump here, very specific. Speaking of specific jumps, this one could be a run killer.
Everyone's favorite part.
Perfect. Now, there's one problem here.
Gimson.
You'll see.
Oh. Well, I guess that works. Really?
Yeah. I just failed the whole out of bounds because I just went a tad too far. Like, there's a very specific, like,
Oh, no.
that part where I failed, that's where you're supposed to swim. That's
I
the
like
last
wasting
part. That's the
time,
part,
so-
like
I'm used to that.
we banned that, you know, because you need high FPS for it.
I'm out.
So what happened is that, or like in that part, you have these walls, right? And they're like built in a very specific way. So you need to do very specific
Can't believe
jumps,
I went
like
too far. Like, that is ridiculous.
4 or so, to land on those walls. Like, there is like sort of a safe strat that you can
so that
use,
again?
but it is like the hardest part of the out of bounds for sure. But I do it on the second try. I think this time it was like way better in every single way. Like, I got the swimming part the first time around. I believe I got the clip pretty somewhat early anyway.
Having disconnects.
Right here she went
No,
too far to the
no.
left, I think, so I went
Yes,
right, and that should
do
clip.
that. Yes.
Should.
Properly. please.
Keyword, should.
No? Okay. then.
Nope. Okay, so she decided to fall down. Do that again. And she fell off. Good out of bounds. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay. So this time, look at that landing. Oh my god, that is so good. Good landing, immediate clip, really amazing.
I know, this one is
Go up
probably
here
the-
again, do
like
this
all the
jump
other
here
ones
that
today.
can kill a run. It's fine, it's fine. And right here, I make sure I don't go too far. Yay, we did it. Okay, now I need to run on this wall that is invisible. Jump to this one. Nice. Okay,
Jesus, I hate this out of bounds. Okay.
There we
Okay,
go.
read it.
Keep going out of bounds, and now we're gonna do a. Oh, I do a scramble here just to be safe. Still out of bounds, and now I'm swimming. So this is the last part where you exit the Flooded Archives, where you're supposed to talk to Jonah. Now, if you do this out of bounds, you don't have to talk to Jonah. So it is faster, like in every single way. You don't have to talk to him. You can immediately exit the cave. You can still meet up with him, and everything is fine.
I haven't done it so many times.
So that is basically the new skip. Like, it was pretty poorly executed, especially this part. That's 10 out of 10 right there. But that's the new skip. It skips a lot of stuff.
Wasting my time.
So much stuff that is pretty annoying. A lot of climbing, stealth sections, the part with Anna, getting the Atlas, doing clips, shooting soldiers. It's like, oh, by the way, harvesting the wrong item.
I needed that.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
So I'm really glad we got this new strat, but it is, I believe it's like, probably the single hardest one to pull off consistently. So I'm like, it might look shit because I did it on the second try, but holy crap, like I could have saved so much time here, but I'm like, oh wow, I can still save like 140 or so, 130 maybe. That's perfectly fine by me. I'm gonna save more time though, don't worry.
That was his badge.
Oh, a skippable cutscene once again. It's like a loading screen.
Surprise, really. Can you, like, today, please? Oh my god.
So now after this part here, spawn here. So we're back here. Someone stole my broadhead arrows. What a bastard.
Sophia, are you there?
Pick up door.
Are you alright?
Hey, someone stole my broadhead arrows, guys. Reported.
Now, since we didn't use the Gulag campfire, you can actually use this campfire to fast travel.
You can't skip.
But we don't have a good campfire to fast travel to, because we did like the skip earlier, or the out of bounds when we went to prison. We don't even have the campfire down here, so we just have to use the ropes.
Nice town. Yeah, I need to eat after this. Like, I should have completed my run ages ago, but shit happens. I'm not gonna do the first or the last out of bounds in research, just to be safe, I think.
So before I get to the next part, I am going to take a few seconds on this campfire to upgrade some things that I want. Now, skip the big portion of the game, so I don't have as many skill points as I want. I'm gonna make sure I get like scavenging, getting more resources, incendiary bombs, very important. And I would love to get like demolition expert to have like a larger radius, but we're missing skill points, so
maybe. I don't know if it's worth it.
now the next part is the it's the cave, the next part before research station. But in this part here,
that's good.
you can do a boost, which I get, I believe, right here.
Oh yeah.
There. Okay. So it's like deepish snow, and the game
It's not the best
scripts
boost.
you to like change the way you move, so you can't sprint and jump and stuff.
Like, I
If you
swear,
time it
doing runs with
correctly,
this game
you can,
is
when you roll and you hit that trigger, it will like boost you, it will like slide you along the ground, which happened right there.
something else. It's not like you're like, oh, I'm
There's
gonna
a
sit
random
down
cave
2
connecting these
hours, I'll do
areas
one
that we have to go
unless
through.
you're too ready to run, and yeah, that's fine. That's
I did find an out of bounds here by mistake.
it's like, oh yeah, I'll do
It was
a
an
few
out of
runs,
bounds where
8
you
runs. It's like, oh,
on
cool.
the walls that you can use
Or
the
7 attempts and
ice
then
axes
run.
on. If you there's like a section in the previous area in this cave where you can grab the top part of that and you can go out of bounds, and that was completely by accident.
I think the main thing to look at now is the gate clip.
So
for
up on the
fire
left here,
arrows,
you're gonna see the weather station.
clip for
Where you're supposed to
the
go.
start and the end of research.
Well, we're not
station.
going.
That's the
So
ones I can think of anyway.
coming up is the research station, the weather station, research base, I believe it's
Oh,
called
yeah,
when you save the game. And
If you saw the post I made,
in
but
this place
there's
we
a
have
way
several
to
clips.
make the
I'm only going to use
chopper at the end
one.
bug out.
And the
So
reason
it
behind
sticks
that is
around even
because
after you hit
the
him with
first
fireball.
one, the first clip,
not
is
sure
very
how to do it,
inconsistent.
but it
And when I
happened
say
to me.
very, I mean very
So
inconsistent.
if you do,
I've got it.
that on
I got it like
command,
5 times out of
hit him
100.
with the first fireball,
Like no method to
damage
it. It's
him
right here by
with,
the
like,
Gravedigger.
exploding arrows.
Like I've done it
then,
5 times,
I mean,
but
you
in
can do that
different
fight really
ways.
quickly.
Like there's no like it won't work, right? So we still have to do like this part. Otherwise, like if you manage to do it out of bounds right there, you would skip these enemies. So what I'm doing here is I'm making sure I'm kill these dudes. This shot here. That one's like what? What? That was weird. But that was pretty good. Like I didn't alert anyone. Stealth kills, whatever. We don't really need skill points, but it's fine. Let's kill these guys quickly. But this guy's armored, and that's bad. But the important part here is that I don't want him to shoot. If he shoots at least one
I'd rather do
bullet,
it out of bounds
he
here,
will
but
alert
it
the
needs to
guys
be
up here. I need to
consistent.
reload my checkpoint. So if you do the first out of bounds, you get up to this point, but on the left side, where I'm where I'm going now to clip.
Oh, the Atlas, yes. Yeah, the new strat that I just did that wasted time or saved time or was pretty bad.
So
You're
you end up
supposed to get
on
the
this
Atlas,
bridge
but
here,
we don't do that
and I'm gonna attempt to clip here. Now, I had one of the guys, or I had several
Didn't you tell me to stop?
the Tomb Raider runners
at least aim
and people
when
who
I
find
did this?
glitches and stuff in this game in chat during the run, which I normally do, and this clip should work. And I'm like, it's not really doing much right now. What to do? And this guy's like, well, you can try and clip the wall. I'm like, I've never done that before, but sure, I'll give it a go. So you'll see my reaction here, because this was not it was not expected. But he's like, and try and clip the wall. Like that seems to be, you know, consistent enough for me. I'm like, oh, sure. So it's like, it's not really doing it. I'm like, it won't work. What is this?
Then wouldn't what? This one?
And that guy's like, try the wall.
This
I'm like,
wall?
this one? Well, okay, sure, I'll try that. I'm like, nothing's happening. What is this? Like,
I'm not.
oh look, I'm out of bounds.
What
Right.
the fuck is
What
happening?
the hell just happened? So that's like one thing,
Sure.
definitely one thing.
Okay then.
I have a few things I'm gonna look at for the next run, and that is
That
one of
was
them.
weird.
Because that was ridiculous. But it worked. So, can't complain, right? So, what we're doing here is we're
Let's look at
skipping the
that.
weather station and all that stuff, and we're gonna go straight down to the next part, really, where you shoot some dudes. So you probably recognize this place. Now, there's a
Okay,
clip
but,
here. When you land on this
time
platform,
lapse,
you can go right, and
That was
you
weird.
can climb up to the second level, and then you need to do two. The first,
It's not
first
new
one is a
strat,
very
but the
specific
way
clip.
it
The second one is
made no
really easy.
goddamn sense
But the first one is
whatsoever.
so goddamn annoying that I'm like, I'm just not gonna do it in a run. Like, I need to like make sure I have a proper
That's why it
setup.
made no sense.
That's the thing about clips in this game. Like, every clip that we do in a run might look really easy to do, but I have very specific setups for each and every clip
It's
as to
very broken.
basically
we still have
where
a
do
few
you stand?
strats,
where do you
from
stand when you start the
when
clip,
it come out on console.
where do you aim, and what method do you use? Because we have
like,
different
we
methods
have
in
more
clip.
new strats.
Uh,
we
it
found on
they achieve the
PC
same
than
thing,
like
but
the console ones.
Sometimes one method is easier than the other
Like we
because
found the
reasons
amount that
really.
we use that we found
There's
on
no
PC is like
there's no reason
insane.
like why the other one should work, but sometimes the other one it's just really sensitive
do this quickly, please.
as to which one you use. So, but here's the red smoke.
Playing the
Now
game
we
casually
did a
is
huge
not
skip
too
early in the
bad,
game, which means we don't
but
have the
it's-
rebreather,
it's like very
which allows
similar
to stay underwater for like
2013.
well, forever really. So we don't have that one. So I need to make sure that
I
I
assume
go to the closest hole.
but it's
one of
not
them?
bad. For speedrunning, it's really good.
And right here I'm like, oh yeah, that's the gas can that I want. And I can see like the AI, they're in like a really good spot. So I'm like, go up here, craft my
Okay, I don't
explosive,
have
throw it at
radius
them.
Here, so we have to do this.
Go, boom. That was a really good one. Now, the fun thing here is that I actually realized this pretty soon, is that I brain fart so hard. Earlier in the run, I don't know if you noticed that, but early in the run, I checked to see if I had an explosive arrow on me. Now that arrow is supposed to be used here, and I realized like, oh,
What am I doing?
shit, look, I have an explosive arrow. Well then, it could have been better, but I eventually realized that I had it. Like, this is complete brain fart.
For a reason, and I don't use it. How stupid can you be?
Good world record run right here.
Hey, Fang. It's Twitch. It's been like that for like a week now, I think.
So we're done with that part. Now we just need to skip
Yeah,
a
like-
few cutscenes.
okay, so the amount of
Obviously, we
skips
have
we
these
found on PC
amazing non-skippable cutscenes
It's a
that are
lot,
pretty much
but
loading
the amount of skips
zones
that we
or
can
loading
use,
screens, I guess.
that's a different story. God, I saved one explosive arrow and I don't even remember it. That's pretty bad.
Now we have some cutscenes that we can skip, thankfully.
Yeah,
And there we go.
it's
I just
something on
saved
Twitch,
a
so-
buttload of time. I knew I could save a lot of time there, but like that was way more than I
Now
thought it would
for
be.
everything else. The gate clip into Orrery is pretty weird. Maybe that's just
So
me.
this is the Orrery. The Orrery, if you play the game but forgot, or if you have no idea what this is, it is a part of the game where you go to like the we just went to the observatory,
It's
right?
bad. Yeah, it's
So
not like
this
the
is
game
underneath the
solves blocks if you don't
observatory,
have,
and there's the
like,
part
pistol
called the
or
Orrery,
shotgun
which is
or
a
anything.
puzzle.
Nah,
We don't like puzzles; they waste time.
it's not gonna
So there's a gate
knife. You don't
into
need a
the
knife.
Orrery,
Completely.
or at the top of the Orrery, and there is a way to clip it. Now I'm gonna waste some time here because that clip is sometime. I'm gonna waste a lot of time here because the clip
Before
here
we find an
is
outbound in this room
really
here,
strange. Like
that
it's
just lets you go downstairs.
like in this run, I could basically have done the puzzle
Dialogue or something.
at this, like in the same amount of time it took to clip the gate. Like that's how bad it was in this run. But I've had previous runs where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stand here, do like the setup that I do have for this gate, and I clip on the first try.
Skip.
Not in this run, of course, but I do have good setups for it. Now, this is like one of those gates, just like the one before the Greek Fire puzzle.
One game. What
This
do you
is
do?
another one of those gates that is a notorious for being a pain in the butt to clip through.
Please let me
Now, there are a few different setups for this one. The one I'm using here is supposed to clip me
Please let me through.
straight through on like the first try, and it's just not working. So I'm gonna waste a lot of time here.
Maybe I have to go on the right.
But essentially,
side,
what clipping this gate will do is skipping
so
the
many
whole
different
puzzle.
setups for this.
So once we actually do clip through this gate, we have not even touched the puzzle. Like the original skip
Oh, I see.
for this was going downstairs and triggering like the introduction, to the puzzle, like that part, and then climbing back up. Now, I found a post about this skip that
Wasting
said
my
that
goddamn
if
time
you
in-
clip this gate
Game,
without
game.
going downstairs, the map is not loaded. That is true. But what I did find is if you do this clip without going
Oh,
downstairs
we're gonna waste time here now instead?
and you go to the end of the map where it's not loaded, stand by the edge, wait a few seconds,
Cool.
the map will load. So I finally clipped that, took forever. Gotta pick up some more stuff here.
Ah, god damn it. I need to stop rolling.
She likes to do that. Anyway, some more broadhead arrow stuff. You can see it right here. The map is not loaded. That is not a problem. So, trust me, it's not. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna run forwards a bit. I think I'm not close enough. I think this is the run where I'm not close enough to the edge. I have to move a bit closer. You have to stand, yeah,
Load
like
already.
here. There you go. Okay. Now it's gonna load the map. There you go. It's loaded. Easy. Checking my healing items. I'm like, oh, I need healing items. I only had 4, so that's not enough.
Artistic, let's do the out of bounds here.
And we have an out of bounds here that was found by Artistic, and it's a pain in the ass, so I don't do it.
We'll give it some time.
I have practiced that out of bounds, and holy crap,
it hit me
that
close
is
to the
stuff of
edge.
nightmares right there. That's like one of those trademark artistic skips in Tomb Raider games that will make no one run the game eventually. Pretty much what happened to Tomb Raider 2013.
Easy peasy, right? Funny part about
So right here, I'm telling Lara to go
left.
left. She goes straight up. Good times. Good
funny part
climbing
about
system.
the out of bounds there. I can do the skywalking without any problems. But doing that jump without Laura dying so you can get to the bottom is like, I don't know. Just nope.
So while we're waiting for this Snorefest, I guess it's just a lot of climbing and stuff. The out of bounds
I can't clip
skips.
these
Okay, so it
two
starts
because
right at
reasons.
the path of Deathless, and you go
Sorry,
right.
with
You have to
above
do.
one
So I'm gonna explain what you have to do. You have to do almost 4 minutes of out of bounds. Almost. It starts with skywalking. You have to skywalk and land on a specific rock. On that rock, you have to do a leap, and not die. And then you can go all the way to the
After
bottom.
the skywalk.
When you're at the bottom, you have to climb, and climb some more. And that was pretty good. It's like grabbing nothing right there. Whatever. Okay.
Well then.
Then you climb, then you walk on some of these walkways out of bounds and climb some more, and you do some more leaps, and That's-
Monkey fling. Yeah,
that's
the best
like
arcade
4
game
minutes,
ever made,
almost
right?
4 minutes of out of bounds. And if you make one mistake, you most likely ruined your run. Probably 90% sure
Chicken
you
fling.
ruined the run. But if you do it, you could run on that part that they're walking on right now. That's pretty cool.
Can we bring a chicken and use it to like glide over distances, like Zelda?
So since we're not doing that out of bounds, that is ridiculous. Maybe one day, we'll see. We are going to do 2 other clips instead. Now, the first clip is a very specific one,
Section's
of
so
course,
slow.
because it's a
Holy
clip.
crap.
And I believe,
Well then.
yeah, I believe it should have worked the first time around, if I'm not completely wrong, but it didn't. So I had to like kill 2 enemies and then do it again. So I had to waste a bit of time, but it's not too bad. The second clip is way easier. And the reason we're doing these clips is because you skip fighting all the enemies here, all the Deathless. Now if you do the other out of bounds that I spoke about, you skip all this. You end up
See that much?
at the end where you climb the last ice wall and then slide and grapple into the cutscene that leads to Lost City. So you skip all of this, which is really cool, but holy crap. So right here, the first Deathless, I know he's just right behind me, so I turn around and kill him. Okay, so this should have worked. Watch this. So what happens here is that Laura, she clips above this gate. Now, she decided to not do that.
What the hell is that?
I'm like,
That should've
oh great,
worked.
cool, okay, fantastic.
Well, now we're gonna waste
This
time.
guy shows up, ignores my shotgun shot. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll just deal with you. Nope, never mind.
Like
So
this
there are
game.
explosives here,
It's
so I'm
good.
like, well, screw it, just blow him up. This guy up, shoot this fire to kill the other guy. Up there. Well, now I can actually do the clip again. So this clip is standing on the left, far left,
Thank you.
then doing a back
That's all
scramble
I
clip.
wanted.
She clips above the gate. That's like the only time that happens in a run.
I like how
And now I
the,
can go up
Death
to
Forces
the,
walk through
um,
gates too. They're like, is
the second
there a
gate.
Whatever.
Now the important part about these gates, now the second gate is easier. Oh,
Excuse me.
easier. There we go.
Yeah.
Now,
Probably
the
get
thing
hit
about these
here and
gates
then
is
have to go
that
to
the
checkpoint.
Deathless, the enemies that are trying to kill me, they walk straight
Calm
through
down.
the gates, which means that I currently have like about five archers trying to hit me, or like trying to run to my position and hit me, which they did. But as soon or as long as they don't hit me while I'm climbing, like the ice wall and stuff, it's perfectly fine. That cutscene once again took longer than it should.
Lara,
So now we're in the Lost City.
the ice any minute.
Do you think
Coming up, if you play this game, you might remember this part.
I'll see you on the other
So this is where we're gonna see the pretty much where we have to go to the end of the game, the Chamber of
Still
Souls.
have the frame rate required.
In this first part, you
Not
need
like
to get to the
60.
city center through the gate at the far end. To do that, you need to use the ballistas.
looks like the way into the
The
city?
problem is that you need to use 2 different ballistas while killing enemies, destroying the gate, killing enemies, solving a puzzle with the second ballista. It's just a pain in the ass. Luckily, we can use the similar out of bounds that's used on consoles. We just have to use a different clip for it because it was fixed on PC in the original
Stay
clip.
outside.
So the clip on
I know the
PC
best way to stay
is a
outside.
bit different. We can't just run through the wall, but what we can do, even though it was really annoying here, why? It's just Lara doing Lara things. Is I'm using
Why
a
are you running
another
left
clipping
or right?
method,
Makes
like
no
we've
sense.
done clipping a lot, many times. I'm using a different one here, and that will allow me to go out of bounds right
Best way
here.
to stay out of sight is going
I'm
out
gonna
of
drop
bounds,
down
so
once, and then I'm just gonna do
what I think
jump
anyway.
over to this side. Now we're out of bounds. This is the biggest out of bounds in the game, and it saves between 10 and 15 minutes. So what I'm doing here is I'm just running past everything. I'm gonna climb invisible collision using axe climbing here. And I'm gonna use a different, it's a slight variation on the original skip that was found for this. And what that is that you hit the loading trigger on, just hit it on command, and that will actually help you save more time, which is pretty rare. And it was found by mistake. So I go up here to make sure that it loads. There we go. So now it's loaded. Need to make sure I don't, if I drop from too high up, I will die. That's bad, because that means I have to reload a checkpoint from where I landed after the rope part, and I have to clip and all that again. So if you fail this out of bounds,
I
you're gonna
know, right?
waste like so much time.
Pretty good camouflage. Really stealthy.
So that's this is the new way to do this. I'm gonna run straight over this
Imagine if
lake.
they patched this game and when you reach this point, it had like a shark come and eat you. Yeah, I'm gonna be done after this. It's been like over 7 hours. I need to go to the store. I need to eat.
And when I get to this part, I can just run through this, because why not?
I need to look at a few things.
And then
in
I'm
this
gonna
game.
do axe climbing again.
To pet my cats.
And I'm gonna do that all the way up, so I can clip
Need to
inbounds, out of bounds.
keep
So I
my
can use this
candy
collision here.
corner while crying. You know, important stuff. Hello, can I get up, please? Thank you.
Right here, there's a weird boost,
Please
right?
boost.
Oh, that's really
Certain-
hard
when
to
you
see.
go up
Oh my
certain,
god. Okay, there's a weird boost that you
certain
get, like
slopes
sometimes when you
while
go
rolling,
up
you get a
certain
boost.
slopes, when you do the roll move. I mean, we did see it earlier, like it was way easier than that one, the spot. So right here, we're gonna drop down on this huge ass wall. And I'm gonna line this up because I need to land on this part, this or the left part, or the right part. The left one is easier.
No roll
If
for
I
you.
don't, you will die because the distance is like far too great. So I get up on this part here, go into the dark corner because that loads the next part of the map. Now the strat I'm doing here is the safe strat. There is another strat that's used where you go left, and then you climb over to the campfire. The problem with that, if you do one single mistake, Lara will die. because it's like a death plane or something. It's really, really strange how it works, but you can easily die. So what I'm doing here is I'm wasting time. No, but okay, this is a really hard clip. I would say this is the hardest one in the game. And we have about 5 different setups for this clip, and I had one that involved forward clipping, which I did twice.
I swear.
It was fine in practice, but of course not now, right? So I'm gonna waste a bit of time here, but I eventually clip. There we go.
There you go. Now,
So
I'm taking this
I use this
checkpoint
campfire
fuck this
because
game.
I really want a checkpoint here. Like I don't want the run to die here. So if I fall off or something, I have a checkpoint. So right there, I'm like, I have to shoot a new arrow because that one was too far away.
Oh, he's so bad, Thomas.
So
Why are you so
in
bad?
the section coming up pretty soon, I believe. Yeah, pretty soon. We have a new skip that was found today. Of course, after I did my run. Now I have to do another one, a good one. And it's really cool because we don't have like any real skips in this last part of the game. I believe it's after I climbed this. If I'm not completely off. Yeah, it's right here. So you can do a scramble jump left here,
Rude, man.
and you're out of bounds. Like it's so easy to do. It's amazing that no one found that earlier. But you go left, and that means that you skip this part. You don't have to do any of this, and you hit the ice wall. It's coming up. So you save like what, like 30 seconds or something? Yeah, about 30 seconds, I think.
Is that high enough? Should be.
It's right here. I only use 2 arrows to save some more time. Yeah, so the ice wall that's right over there, that's the one that you hit, I believe.
Wow. What the hell was that? Right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow. Now I'm gonna.
It's a really cool skip,
$50 and I'm gonna have
Definitely gonna
a
use it
really
in
bad Shopify
future
here.
ones, like all the other ones that I have to look at.
Or like maybe even before the Shopify.
Now, throughout this last part, there's a lot of climbing going on, and I am gonna play it very safe. And like, if you haven't played this game, like the climbing system is something else.
Wow, so rude.
In this last part, if you try to go fast, you will most of the time you will fall off and you just die and have to reload a checkpoint, because it is like it's just made in a really strange way in this last part, and you'll see that in a few parts that's coming up. But like, Lara has a tendency to like favor going left or right. Even if you go straight up and try to go fast like I did at the start of the game, in this part she likes to like go, oh, in this part I go left and that part I go right, and she will keep doing that and do that, then eventually you have no ice to hit and she will just fall down. Like even here, I'm not even doing, like I can do like 1 or 2 jumps, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna do it because I know what can happen. Like, you know, it's most likely fine, but I'm like, no, I don't feel like doing that whole section again.
They're like, oh, we made this special animation for one location in the game. We should probably use it again. Probably.
So this is the part right here. If you have this game, do this part here and try and jump and use your axe. She will veer to the right every time, which means you will fall off.
Shit, guys, I forgot the pistol. This one is dead. Sorry.
Now, if you didn't get the pistol, which we talked about earlier, you cannot win this fight.
Hey, jinxed it. Now it's your fault.
You can't skip this fight either. We have not found any out of bounds or anything to skip this. If you don't have a pistol, your run is 100% dead at this point. It will
Jesus,
soft
dude,
lock.
go away.
Like it's pretty funny though. Like she will pull,
Yeah,
she will
the
like do
last
the
part
animation
here
to
is
pull her gun,
the
but she does not have a gun. It's like she's holding her hand and like pointing it like a gun. It's really strange. They give you ammo for it,
I'm
they
good
don't
at
give you the
sling.
pistol.
Oh, got hit. Oh wow.
So right here, I'm
dead?
taking like a lot of damage. Like
I don't have
holy
field
crap,
medic,
they're hitting me
so-
way more than they should. I'm like
Yeah,
healing
it's
up
gonna
a
be fun.
lot here. Like I shouldn't need.
So we kind of skipped a big.
Normally, I
part of the
don't
game.
heal
It's
at all
like,
in the first
don't have
section.
enough,
Like I normally heal
skill
twice in
points
this
to
one.
use for field
By the way,
medic.
if you go too close to the guy on the left there that turns the corner, he can like one hit kill you. Like you can't do anything. You can't counter it or anything.
Oh, okay.
So here I'm like, oh, I healed twice. No, let's heal again. Oh crap. Okay, well let me heal again, just to be safe. And
That guy survived.
the guy,
They
they didn't
survived.
die. So I'm like, oh, there's a lot of dudes, and just blow them up. There we go.
I'll probably still die here.
That's like that's something
know
you
this
don't.
game correctly,
You shouldn't have to do that
Probably die.
because like the fireball from Sarah should kill them.
But is that even a sentence?
Should kill them. It's like really RNG. Sometimes it kills them. Sometimes it just won't.
Yeah, I didn't die. That's weird. 11 seconds.
It will save some
Oh,
time,
that's totally
so it's not too bad.
All squads, I have
Now this chopper part.
must not go
I believe this chopper fight is probably one of the worst ones ever made, because there's so much stuff that can happen
you know
in
why
this
it's called Constantine, right? 'Cause
So
he's
where I'm standing right now
constantly
is like a
pain in the
safe
fucking
spot.
ass, that's why.
The chopper will like always go around this way if you stand here. It's like that's a given.
The helicopter is too fast.
And Laura will always default back to this position.
I have an idea. If I
Now the thing here is that the chopper, when it attacks you, it can one hit kill you with the machine gun, even if you're at full health. That is a serious glitch in the game, and I've had it happen. Like I had a run, I think one of my earlier PB runs, it died like twice to that. Like one hit killed me like twice, maybe even third time. It was ridiculous.
Right.
So right here on the left and the right side where I'm standing, the game will spawn explosive arrows.
Bug out, so I have to do it
Limited
normal.
spawn. So I'll make sure that I kill as many as possible. Oh look, he spawned right in front of me.
No.
Let's kill a lot of dudes. Now the important part here, I believe, is killing as many
you gave me one, huh?
Trinity soldiers as possible.
He should be coming
I
back.
believe that's what triggers the next part. You just keep killing dudes and he will show up eventually.
Laura, head back your way.
Now another thing about this fight is that
I know. That logic is pretty flawless,
the
right?
chopper has a tendency to want to be in the wrong position. When I think I die here, by the way. There's like a random enemy showing up, but when you want to use the fireball, sometimes he will be in a really strange position, and you're like, well, it might work anyway. And then you use your fireball,
Dude,
and he just moves out of the way, and you're like, well,
there you are.
okay,
Oh,
fine.
shit.
Now I need to like do that again.
Okay, we're ready.
This guy, he's got armor. I'm like, great, now dead.
So this guy has showed up.
Oh, fantastic. Whatever. We have checkpoints, so we can. Didn't waste too much time. So once again, I'm just staying away from the chopper. He can still one-hit kill me through walls, by the way. He can hit you through walls, because that is a thing.
Never lucky.
Just make sure to stay away.
Oh,
Oh, he
shit,
went to
dude.
the right. Okay, that's fine. Now,
On your signal.
the signal is ready. He's in a bad position here. Like, he's still firing at me, and if I go for this, I'm like, god damn it.
This guy is in a
So I'm just
really
waiting a
bad
bit,
spot,
and
man.
I'm like, oh, he's going back to a normal position. Now I can trigger it. Perfect. Cool. That's really good. Now,
Never,
I've done
never
a few
rubber
runs of
duck
this
you.
game, and in my previous
left alive down there.
attempt or possibly PB, the chopper stuck around. Like after the second fireball, it actually was still hovering on the right side of my screen, which means that if we can find a way to make the chopper
Best
AI
EU right there.
to get stuck after the fireball part,
How do you guys survive like
we can actually
explosive
do this
arrows?
fight
Pretty
like
amazing.
way faster than intended.
Gotta
So
get backstab here.
all we have
probably.
to do is find a way for the AI to stop responding or like bug out in some way, and we'll be fine. So right here I'm like, oh look, no respawn of
Someone's
arrows.
still
Well,
alive
yeah, these.
somewhere. Probably
So what's happening
downstairs.
here is that there's at least one. I think there's one guy still alive. I'm like,
Nope, he's up here.
I drop down, he goes up. Of course. Okay,
There
he's
you
dead.
are.
Got destroyed right there. So now we just have to wait a bit. Like, might be one other enemy, but wait.
Cool.
So for the third part, he destroys the upper area. I'm like right there. I went to like black and white in the
hell is that
cutscene. I'm
game?
like,
Screw
what the
you.
crap was that? That's neat. The best part, or the best way I found
Keep
to
your
do
pants
this
on,
part
Chopper
right
Pilot.
now is to stand behind one of these pillars, depending on what side he's on. Just to try and manipulate his AI a bit. The important part here is when I get the last command
Now
to
it
call
should
in
be
the
a little
fireball,
trebuchet.
I tend to wait on his rockets. Like in this run, it's like the pattern that he used, the timing of his pattern was off. I don't know why. Like the rockets were off, so that was really strange.
Dude,
But
nice.
anyway, we're done with the chopper fight. Skip this cutscene. And now in the last part, I'm gonna aggro these guys. Like at least one or two of the.
That's bad.
Oh, they spread out here. It's pretty bad. One or the, at least one, possibly two of the archers can despawn here. It's a really strange bug. I think they might have fixed
They
it. but
died.
Right here, I'm waiting for spawns. By the way,
They died.
like okay, why they are not
Dude, I
spawning?
had
Oh wait, there's
so
a guy.
Hello.
Oh, that's random. Okay, should have died,
Wow,
but
it's pretty nice.
you know, apparently wanted to survive like 2 explosions. So right here, these guys spawn. I shoot them twice with 2 grenade
Dude,
arrows.
nice.
That's it. Now we can
Darn,
trigger
guys.
this.
Now we just need to do this
The last
annoying
part,
fight.
really. So we picked up a lot
I
of
disappoint.
ore,
Yeah, I know, right?
which make like the grenade arrows out of. But we also want ore to make these smoke grenades. I have like 6 ore. That's like way more than I need. But so what I do here is I go and grab a can AFAP, make a smoke grenade, throw it like in his vicinity.
Nice.
Make sure I don't get killed, because that can happen, trust me. And as soon as he's like, there you go. As soon as that pops up,
Dude,
I try to be
nice.
as close as possible. But here I'm like, oh yeah, dodge. I'm like,
Yeah, building suspense, don't
No.
worry.
Dodge, knife. Now, that part right there where you dodge and have to use the
bad
knife, that is where the game will soft
Really,
lock
the
if
bad
you
one,
skip the
holy
combat
shit,
knife.
that's pretty bad. Why save 6 minutes when you can
Skipping
save
the cutscene
barely
here.
4, right?
Just aiming, press, shoot,
Let's reset.
easy.
Let's do it again. It's only been like 7 hours. Or 7.5 now.
Now we're just gonna climb this as soon as
Before
fast
you
as
fall
possible,
down
huh?
here. World record pace, and then you fall down.
And the time ends when the cutscene starts. There you go.
Sub 150.
A new PB and world
About
record
goddamn
by
time.
almost 4 minutes. Like that could have been way better. I could have saved at least 2 more minutes, maybe more. But you know, I'm gonna do more
Thanks for
runs,
following on Twitter, by the way.
so I'm gonna get at least sub 145. Have new skips as well, so it's not
Nothing to
impossible.
Path of
I
the
believe, like I said, I believe a perfect run would end up at
So if you do Path of the
140.
Deathless, if you do everything
Closer to
perfectly,
140 than
including Path of the Deathless
45 for
balance,
sure.
You can get 140.
I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Spoilers.
So yeah, that's my terrible PB and world record of Rise of the Tomb Raider. It was sub 150. That's what I wanted. I had been
140.
streaming for, at this point, 7.5 hours. I'm like really destroyed. I'm like, screw this. I need to go eat and all that stuff. So yeah. But I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was pretty
No, I'm
bad.
not gonna
You
spoil
know,
this
shit
either.
happens. And thanks for watching.
No, I didn't do the out of bounds on